Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on, Giants fans? D546. Not surprised by what we saw today. Last week was a lot of fun, but it was I was very scared that it was going to be fool's gold because the Giants have not been an effective offense. They have not put together a sustained drive the entire year. They haven't done it the entire year. They didn't do it last week. They got a ton of field goals. I mean, what am I talking about? They got a ton of deep shots behind the Cowboys defense, and the Cowboys defense is terrible. We just saw Caleb Williams go out and put up 4 touchdowns after he's done nothing this year. Now all of a sudden, everybody is going to put up 30 plus points on the Cowboys off defense. Today, Russell Wilson, let me read his stats today. Um, 18 for 32, 160, 32 times he threw the ball to get 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Was under pressure at some time, and sometimes he just kind of held the ball for so long. So I don't know if no one was open. Um, Bright spot, Cam Scatterboo, the entire offense today. Cam Scatterboo put up 9 points today, pretty much. He pretty much put up 9 points today by himself. Malik Neighbors was a non-factor because they bracketed him, and we couldn't figure out a way to get him the ball. You know, they see we have a number one receiver, and they just say we're gonna take him away, and they did. That's it. Like, the Giants couldn't figure out how to get him the ball. Um, Wandale ended up getting one catch for 26 yards. Today, I mean, honestly, we came out running the ball pretty well. We abandoned the run. And then we come out and Andrew Thomas is playing left tackle. And he ends up coming out of the game. So I don't know if he had a setback. I haven't been on Twitter. I'll look this up as I'm talking, but maybe Andrew Thomas had a setback. Hopefully this isn't a permanent thing. But once he came out, we weren't able to get the same push in the run game. And Marcus Bowe was not able to hold up as well in the pass game. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just looking to see if I see anything about Andrew Thomas and Marcus Bowe and if he had a setback or if he did anything. But he basically came in and it just came back out. So, after he left, we weren't able to run the ball the same way to the left side. That left side started collapsing. Marcus Bowe just doesn't have the power. Again, the offense has been inept for years. It's been inept for years through multiple coachings, through multiple offensive lines, through multiple combinations of lines, through different receivers, through different quarterbacks. The offense has been inept. If we had like an average for how many points we've scored the last, however many years, maybe 8 years, or probably like 16 or 17 points a game. Completely atrocious. If we could add up all of the points we've scored over the last 10 years, it's probably last in the league. So, I mean, none of this should surprise us. The Giants fought their hearts out. I don't think there was a lack of effort. Like people love to say, "Oh, they were unanimated. There was a lack of effort. They gave up." I don't think there was a lack of effort. I think they fought their hearts out to put up 9 points today. I think that was the best they could do today is 9 points. The Giants in the red zone are a train wreck. The play calls are a train wreck. Russell Wilson in the red zone is a train wreck. The fact that we don't take advantage of the fact that we have Theo Johnson on this team, we don't throw him any fades, we don't throw him any jump balls in the red zone. We don't take advantage of the fact that we have Wandale Robinson, a good runner in the red zone. We don't take advantage, maybe Wandale's too small of a target in the red zone. We don't take advantage of the fact we have Malik Neighbors in the red zone. None of these guys, I'm supposed to believe that all of these guys are so untalented that they just cannot be a factor in the red zone. I mean, we have gone through the same thing every year where we struggle to put up 10 points. We put up 9 points today, and like I said, we fought our hearts out. And then there's another just full game of just woulda, shoulda, couldas. Bobby Okereke. The ball is on the ground. It's a fumble. Mahomes threw the ball backwards. Why are you picking up the ball and getting it swatted out of your hand? He went from that possibly being a touchdown going the other way to us not having the ball. Just jump on the ball. Now, it's not to say our offense even scores, but just jump on the ball. Like, I just, there's just so many things wrong with this team. And now I just kind of want to touch on a couple of players that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way today. Because, why not? Let's talk about them. Because, again, let's continue to talk about the offense. Russell Wilson last week put up 450 something yards, all on all on go balls and four verts and deep posts. He on seam routes and four verts, he put up 450 yards because the Cowboys defense is historically bad. They're horrible. They are awful. They're going to give up 30 points pretty much every week. If they play anybody that's halfway competent throwing the deep ball, they're going to give away everything. This week, the deep ball was not open. Russ still tried to force it. We lost a couple possessions that way, threw two interceptions that way. When the deep ball wasn't open and he wasn't forcing it, all he did was check the ball down to Scatterboo. Sometimes it worked. A lot of times it did work. But besides him checking the ball down and him throwing the ball way downfield, he couldn't operate anything in between that. And it's very apparent. I haven't seen him operate anything in between that the entire season. I just haven't seen it. I haven't. The way this guy holds onto the ball, and then if no receiver's open, you see him look down at the rush. At the rush, I always want to say look down at the rush because his name is Russell, but he looks down at the pass rush, and he just kind of just panics, and he's not as fast as he used to be, so it just ends up being a bad play because he can't get away, and he either gets sacked or he just throws it away. It's just like, what are we doing? We're in the red zone, and our last ditch effort to try to come back and win the game, and it's first and goal, second and goal, third and goal, fourth and goal. On second, third, and fourth and goal, the guy throws the ball out of the back of the end zone every single time. On fourth and goal, the guy hits the crossbar with the football. I don't know who he was throwing it to. The first time he throws it out of the back of the end zone, he gets grounded, and we go from the 4 yard line to the 14. After that, after that, the guy throws it out of the back of the end zone. Then he throws it out of the back of the end zone. Then he throws it and hits the goalpost. Basically, looked like he was throwing it away. So I don't know what we're gonna do there. I'm not going to come out and say you need to start Dart, you need to do this. Do whatever you want to do. But all I know is the way that the offense is set up right now, Russell Wilson is not equipped to run it. He's not equipped to run it. And when you look at when you look at the way that this offense is running, it's like people love to come in and say, "Well, this quarterback gives you this, and if he wasn't there, look, they would be even more horrible." What's the difference between 9 points and 3 points? What's the difference between 9 points and 6 points? Again, last week was great. Last week was a lot of fun. Russ throws that go ball very well, very accurately. It's beautiful. But besides that, what do you get out of Russell Wilson? Because we have now 2 games where Russ couldn't throw a single touchdown, where we put up less than 10 points. And we have 1 game where they left everything open and Russ went completely bananas. Now, one of the games looks like a fluke because he only threw the ball deep. He only threw the ball deep. So, I mean, you all be the judge on that. On top of that, why is Mike Kafka not moving the pocket? Why is Brian Dable and Mike Kafka not moving the pocket to give Russ an opportunity to see the field? Why are they not doing things to make things easier for this guy? Like, what are we doing? Why are we just having him drop back and try to survey the field when we know he can't see the field? We threw a screen to Theo Johnson, it worked. Where were the screens earlier? I mean, there's just What are we doing to give ourselves an advantage on offense? I just want to think about all that. The Dart stuff. Why do we bring Jackson Dart in and we never have him throw the ball? He's not Taysom Hill. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jalen Hurts in his rookie season. He's not Jalen Milrow. Why is he coming in like he's going to, take an option and run it to the house? Why is he coming in? If he's not going to throw the ball, every single time Jackson Dart comes in, he's going to run it or hand it off. There's no play action. There's no sprinkle in there to say like this dude is an actual quarterback. He's going to actually throw it. The run is coming and Jackson Dart comes in. If you want to start Dart, then start him. Put him out there. If you want him to play, put him out there. But all of this putting him in there just to run or hand it off, it lets the defense know. And then you don't sit him down after that. You leave him in the game and you run it over and over again until they finally stop it because they know like a run is coming. Drew Phillips, your time has come. You've been exposed. Joe Shane's picks that people celebrated last year, Drew Phillips and Tyler Nubin don't look too good right now. Tyler Nubin today had a solid game. So I'm not going to say anything about Tyler Nubin because from what I saw, he was pretty solid in coverage. He was pretty solid tackling. So hopefully he keeps this up because this is, one of the more solid games I've seen him have. But Drew Phillips, how many touchdowns has Drew Phillips given up this year? What, like 3 or 4? How many first downs? Like 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe? How many penalties? A bunch. I'm sick of a guy that comes in and makes tackles and slams guys around, and it looks really fun. It looks really fun. It's exciting. It gets the team hyped that he's slamming guys on the ground the way he is, and the physicality he plays with is contagious. And he needs to be playing in the NFL because that's what people play the game for. But Drew Phillips cannot cover to save his life. He is not a coverage corner. He cannot cover. Did he have a pass breakup today? Yes, it was a great pass breakup. But he does not have the feel to cover on a snap in, snap out basis. He just doesn't have it. He does not have the feel. And he's going to continue to be a liability. Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton drops a walk-in touchdown. And then the next play, Thornton comes right back and drops another and catches one right over Drew Phillips. And Drew actually had decent coverage, but he just didn't play the ball well and just catches it. And I'm just like, I knew exactly they were going to go right back to Tyquan Thornton. I just knew it. Um, but at this point, man, it's like this team has been so embarrassing for so long on offense. Why not put Dart in there? What's the worst thing that'll happen? What's the worst thing that'll happen? He'll go out there and throw 4 interceptions and we'll put up 3 points. He'll put up 0 points. What happens if you put Jameis and he'll throw 6 interceptions? He'll put up 3 points. I mean, the first couple games where Russ didn't play a historically bad defense, he put up 6 points and he put up 9. So what's the worst thing that could happen if you put one of those guys in? And like I said, this is me. I'm not even saying like, oh, Russ is this big problem and we'd be winning if it wasn't for Russ. My thing is, what are we doing from an offensive coordinator and head coach standpoint to give our offense an advantage? What are we doing at the quarterback position that gives us an advantage? That's what I want to know. Is the offense going to be designed to make things easier for this quarterback, or are we going to run it a certain way? And if it's that way, then Jameis Winston or Jackson Dart should probably be in the game. And it's probably Jackson Dart because he can run. He's your best rushing option at this point out of all of these quarterbacks. But, I'm just rambling. I don't know anything about football. We're going to continue to see Russell Wilson out there. I'm probably going to get comments that the offensive line, they didn't give Russell Wilson any time, and that's why. And, it's 1 week and I'm wishy-washy and everything like that. It is what it is. We're going to continue to see this subpar offense probably as long as Brian Dable's here and whoever else is going to be here after him. We're probably going to continue to see this subpar offense for years to come. To be honest with you, I don't know when it'll stop, but this is like clearly the worst in the NFL. It's clearly the worst situation that you could possibly be in because no other team has struggles scoring the way that they're not able to score. No other team struggles this way on a consistent basis. They might have like a 5 game stretch or a 2 game stretch, but no team struggles the way that this team struggles to score points. It no team comes close. But I'm gonna wrap it up here again. I don't want to continue to repeat myself. Not surprising. This team finds ways to lose. I wouldn't be surprised if they went out next week and were competitive against the Chargers and made a bunch of big plays. But if you're not making the big plays with Russ, you're not scoring any points. It's just that simple.